Now, as the June 24th general elections draw closer, Prison Watch Sierra Leone, in collaboration with Dignity and Midrift Hurinet, have begun a leadership development engagement in Freetown for the security sector and other election management bodies to forestall elections violence in Sierra Leone. The objective of the workshop was to share best practices and lessons learned on violence prevention in general and elections violence with special focus on Kenya. Ibrahim Samura reports.
The leadership development engagement on elections violence in Sierra Leone ahead of the June 24 general elections would explore new forms of leadership development, from intersectoral leadership to facing complex violence challenges, with lessons learned from Kenya, and begins to work together as a key catalyst for addressing violence in general and election-related violence in particular, which has been identified as systemic challenge in the country. The Special Technical Advisor in the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Amadumana, said the violent situation hurts and destroyed society, describing political violence as the use of force to score political goal. He welcomed the initiative as a workable strategy, which he said would help to deal with election violence, and commended Prison Watch and government partners for bringing new ideas and other countries to share their own experiences on elections. The head of office, Prison Watch Sierra Leone, John Lansana Koka, told participants that the main thrust of the forum was to discuss on how to nip violence and election-related violence in the country's body politics. He said Prison Watch Sierra Leone strongly condemned violence and election-related violence, saying the reason they invited their colleagues from Kenya to share their experiences on election violence.
Elections are around the corner, and we want to ensure we do more prevention than we do. We find solutions to the problems. This moment in the history of Prison Watch Sierra Leone today, we want to ensure we bring stakeholders together and share our recommendations with them on election violence. And the team from Kenya Midrift is here again to share their own experience with us. They have just concluded their elections some months ago.
Joseph Omondi is Executive Director of Midrift Hurinet. He shares his experience from Kenya, saying people should be honest about election violence, as it would be the only way to address such menace.
The Education Authority of Kenya that monitors hate speeches or hateful messages in the social media. So we must make sure that anybody who maybe wants to propagate hate in the social media, that person is immediately called out, and maybe those posts are branded fake.
The project manager from Dignity, Tim Adamson, said base-placed leadership was a new form of development to face complex violence challenges. She said the engagement has enabled participants to learn lessons from Kenya on how to conduct free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections.